It's stream number 161. Is my mic on? Good, my mic's on. I did something right finally. How's everyone doing today? We are still sitting at 5 sub points away from having a new emote, which I'm already planning to be a floppy disk to remind me to save. Doing alright. That's good. I'm doing wonderful. You know, I was feeling, hey Sean, and Fish, and Foz, thank you for the lurk. I really appreciate you lurking with me. Fish, were you calling Foz a scaredy cat for lurking? I was having kind of a... Oh, no. Okay. I don't know. I didn't wake up in the best mood, but honestly, like, in the last hour, I'm like, dude, cheer up. You get to stream video games with your friends. And that works, so here we are. We're doing an FMV investigation game that I know nothing about. It promises sexual content. Sean's gonna be so angry. There might be tits. In other things, I think that I need a person with skills in like something like After Effects. For the Blood Lily movie, I need like chapter animations. You know, something that says like Act 1, you know, Arrival, or something like that that I can play in between episodes for the full movie. Because it's not episodes, it's acts or chapters or whatever, and I need someone who has skills in that. I am paying with Steam keys. Steam keys that I already own. But I've got probably about 16 premium Steam keys that I will pay with. I mean, I can also pay with real money too, I don't care. I just don't have time to learn a new skill right now. Or buy that kind of software. So if anyone knows anybody, give me some information on them. Not information in general, it's gotta be on them. I ordered a fuck ton of t-shirts on Friday with my first payout that I could wear on stream. They're not here yet. Neither is my case of Surge. That should be here tomorrow. I don't know when all these t-shirts. I ordered from like 8 different sites. Get all the t-shirts that I wanted. And hopefully they'll be here tomorrow. Because I desperately need some new, like, fun to wear on stream t-shirts. I feel like I keep wearing like the same 10. Because they're comfortable. And some of them look kind of ratty. Kitty! That's Pickle. Just walked by, I think. Sounds like her. She has a very specific pickle sound when she licks her own ass. So I always know which one it is by the sound. Because it's a fucking cat. Yeah. Pickle, you want to say hi? Oh, it's a disappearing cat. Pickle, you want to say hi? You have to... Pickle really wants to get in her box that I have beside my desk. In this, Oh! Yeah. Which is probably where she will be the entire stream. She seems very happy there. Me and Pickle Cat are getting along very well these days because the new litter box, she'll actually use it, which means I like her more. Which means if she's not going to be finding corners to use the bathroom in, I can let her into the carpeted office. Molly will be in here in a little bit to scream at me, I'm sure, because I don't fucking know why. I don't know why she screams. She just does it, and then she purrs when you pet her, or goes away when you get up. Just, yeah, it does not make sense to me. You ever just like look at a cat and they look at you and then like rotate their head to look at the ceiling and then like fall over because they're looking in all different directions that their body can't contort to? That's what Pickle just did. Just, they see things that we cannot. Like ghosts and shit, I don't know. My dad always said that dogs could see ghosts. And I believed him for a while, and then I realized I was 8 years old and it was my father. And, yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna play this FMV game. I don't know why I'm stalling so much. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. we've only played one FMV game on the stream. The lies our parents tell us. Stop stalling! Hey 7-Up, how you doing, buddy? Oh, Octodad, you gotta go someplace else. You can't be in front of my key. Where are you gonna go? You gonna hang on the mic? Yeah, the only one we played was most of, well, a chunk of Her Story, which I never did get to go back to. And that's not really an FMV game, is it? It has videos, but it's not an FMV game. This is gonna be more of a, well, I don't fucking know, because I haven't played it, or any of them, so let's do it. And as a reminder, Diablo 1 stream tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Pacific. Blood Lily, a journey below Tristram, yeah. And if you didn't notice or weren't there or have me muted, on the Discord in the Blood Lily channel, I'm speaking specifically to 7-Up yours, there is a teaser episode of what's going to be the full movie, because as I play Diablo 1 as Blood Lily, you can guess that that's a woman, so you know who I'm playing. Josham, one of our community members, is writing it into a short story. Like an Apple, my wife is narrating it, which is getting used as the recaps on each stream. And it's being made into a movie coming 2021. A narrated movie of video game clips and snarky commentary. Well, not snarky commentary, snarky narrations. And I just put a teaser first episode in the Blood Lily thing in my Discord. Corey, you should definitely watch it. It'll take you about 3 minutes. Have an early day. I'll look to fall asleep. Awesome. Alright, let's hit this game. Wales Interactive. Is it the one called Episode 1? Yes, it is. It's not going to be in episodes. I just titled it that because I wasn't sure yet. It is going to be a full, 45 to an hour movie when it's done. But the narrated story is actually being read on stream at the beginning of each Diablo stream by Like an Apple. There's video of that. And that's the recap of the previous stream. So that's Tuesday mornings at 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. Thursday evening. Alright. Settings. Not much here. Cool. I mean, it's a video. It's a bunch of videos, so I suspect there's only resolution, right? Alright. Damn. Cat just tore down the hallway. Hey, it's a Metallica cover. Hey, hey, hey. Here it goes now.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
This intro is both satisfying and disgusting all at the same time.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Who, me? Can I throw him in the trash? I don't know what the trash can symbol's for. Maybe just skip an answer, or...
Exactly. Rewind.
What? What?
You're listening to Radio August.
What?
Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August
You know, they
police
always
are
said there
looking
was
for
no such
information
thing as a
following the
stupid
murder of
question. This one just
21-year-old
restarted the
Dory
fucking
Shaw.
game when I asked him who he
Miss Shaw's
was.
body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act.
Oh, Jesus, and I have to
Anyone
watch
with
it.
information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential
doing?
tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
There's a cat on the floor with a toy right now, and she's a happy camper. I'm throwing this dude in the trash, everyone.
You know why you're here, don't you? Then humor me, the dead girl, and this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time? Splendid. You're going to a town called August.
Cool
Find
town
Chief
name.
DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This
Show
is who
me.
you are now. Understood? Understood? Splendid. If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated.
Deprecated.
What a strange fucking word.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old basset.
Am I the only one that
puppy
hates the
was
word
found
pooch?
outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And
Just-
that's 5
just- I
o'clock
just don't
with
like it.
Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpet's priceless. Now, how long are you staying for? Yes, the chief said it may be a while. I can see you don't mind getting your hands dirty, though. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in. It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet. Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you? Chief DuPont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
What?
Just finishing. You don't believe?
No, I want to believe option here.
That's okay. Sometimes life is just a stream of coincidences. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
What do you guys think? Say the non-believer or do this now? I feel like if we do this now, it's just going to be more confusing for the rest of the game. You know what I mean? Your options are do it now or the other option. Expertly deflected back at the streamer. Jesus fucking Christ.
So, what's your question, Sam?
Will I win? Are you...
Oh. The Page of Cups. It suggests I'm innocent of whatever it is I'm being accused of. I'm going to be seeing a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam? Good. We're neighbors. Just knock if you need me.
Mm-hmm.
Walked back towards a body that lay unnaturally twisted atop the pavement. I wanted to say I was breathing, but in all honesty, I think I was holding my breath, afraid to get a whiff of death. I was certain that it was a smell that would never let me sleep at night again. My legs felt like jello as I...
Probably should have listened to all of that, huh? Or it would have gone on forever. I don't fucking know. Cool blue light, though. Leave. Shifting locked. I wonder if I have to come... That is a very fucking crooked thing. Yeah. I wonder if I have to come here to shift.
and fall. She was breathing. Short and shallow breaths, but she was breathing. I looked her over. Her face was partially covered in bloody hair. I clasped my hand over hers, reassuring her as she lightly squeezed my hand. I spoke to her. Hang on, I'm going to call for help. Just please don't die. I tried to stay calm as I pulled my phone from my pocket and dialed. Her hand squeezed mine.
No, it's my microphone. I got a new microphone, 7up. That
her breath was becoming
it's very powerful. It's very powerful. So I don't have to have it in my mouth. So it's up here, kind of near my speaker. And I'm using a filter that stops all background sounds, but it's through OBS, but like the AI learning in it or whatever it's got going on picks up voices. So it only echoes when there's dialogue in a game.
I could hear her typing
but
when I was telling
and that's the way we do it around here because I just got out of the shower and I always just get out of the shower before I do my 1 hour stream. So I ain't putting headphones on wet hair. Shit takes like hours to dry. You feel me? Alright, let's go see the chief.
Good, you got my message.
It's just kind of part of the stream's charm.
I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs?
I am Sam.
Well, we both know that's not true.
Okay.
But I like it. Sam. That's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw.
Hello.
21, accomplice cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers. Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up.
Crazy?
It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something, and that's why I didn't take it seriously.
I'm going to turn off the subtitles. Unless you guys need them. If you do, let me know. I'll turn them back on. But I'm getting distracted by them, and I don't like it. Why is she in jail?
Because things. I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it?
Nope. I'll try.
Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, and I'll help you. Do I have to spell it out? I'll make your problem go away, or at least see
I have a
it
problem?
to the bottom of a pile of paperwork. Your old town? The problem? Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
So I'm assuming the trash can means throwing away this conversation line, right? It, I don't know. It's weird that it's only in some things. I don't know.
What do you want to know?
Tell me about Dorito.
She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself. Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner, we got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
Where was Dorito
In her
killed?
bedroom. She was naked. Strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth.
But you're
I'm
here,
being
see?
serious now, Sam. Not a
And that's
word
what's
of this.
important. How you doing?
Thing only the killer would know.
I only run into you like every hour. Like on the hour. Tell me about Violet.
Board here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam?
You mean great minds? Yep, that
She
works.
told you.
Crap, I missed it. I wasn't paying. No. No.
She told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone.
What's your alibi, guy? And who are you, just chief guy?
Do I have an alibi for last night?
Yes.
Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius. Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Leave her elbow alone. What the fuck? Okay. I'm just gonna keep being
Much.
annoying.
Perhaps you should do some investigating? Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Okay, we're leaving.
Dr. Hanako Utani and Dr. Wolfgang Whitfield were all experts in their fields, those being paleontology, linguistics, and exobiology respectively. Dmitri glanced at them and for the first time noticed their hollow cheeks and the dark circles under their eyes. It seemed the moon had taken its toll on Earth's best and brightest. As they waited for the elevator,
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Oh. Oh. I wasn't actually sure what this was going to be about, but I understand it now because people are going to give different answers depending on who it is. Oh, fucking K.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Do I now have... Am I no longer a silent protagonist?
Frustration. At this point, Dmitri started to wonder if the pit even...
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
How's Bronwyn been? What were you doing last night?
What an odd fucking camera angle.
How's Bronwyn been?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do again?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
What were you doing last night?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
What the fuck kind of...
I do not remember.
What kind of answer was that?
I don't know. Which is exactly what
Claude.
I said in my statement.
Hey, lady.
Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
Okay.
argue. Well, Dr. Whitfield conceded with a sigh.
Let's...
If you're really that sure about it...
Do we want to change back to Sam and go talk to her again so we don't get all these people confused? Or do we want to go down the list? What should we do here?
The crew member who had helped him pull on his rappelling harness performed the final check.
I just love when British people also have very British
used for
names.
lowering the much lighter probes down the abyssal shaft.
That answer was my
Dr. Remington
response.
had initially
I don't
objected to
know.
using the feeble apparatus.
I can't
When no
remember.
alternative had presented itself,
So do we go down the list, or do we go change into another person?
Dimitri took a deep breath. Let's do it then. The three other scientists standing
Oh god, I'm gonna
behind the
get
table with
so
monitoring
fucking
equipment
confused. Okay,
each gave him a nod.
we're going down the list.
And with that, Dimitri disappeared.
Chief DuPont, what a pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you really, Bronwyn Castle?
Bronwyn Castle.
Does it bother you, Chief DuPont, knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white? You don't know what to file me under, and that makes you uncomfortable. Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
You're a con artist. You're a murderer. You're a...
I haven't asked anyone for a penny.
Damn it, okay, sorry.
700.
That's true, that's
You're at the
true.
end of the rope now, she informed Dimitri at 800 meters. If we lose communication, just... The rest was inaudible. I'll just tug the rope and you'll pull me back up.
Good evening, Chief DuPont.
Ooh, boy, nice hair.
Dorota's family, what does the tarot say about them? Dorota's family, what does the tarot say about them?
Says murder.
I can do a reading if you want.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the Five of Cups. It talks about loss and dealing with that loss. I don't think you need a tarot reader to interpret that one.
That's a different Cups card than the other one that the girl gave Sam.
Not since I've met her. She's a lawful good type character, if you play D&D.
Lexi ever been in trouble with the police?
No, not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent. Or haven't you picked up on that yet?
I am going to make OBS not capture my mouse. Because I feel like, yeah, that's better. And it should be better for you because I said so.
Piece of
Damn,
paper.
we didn't get to ask
I'll
him
make a copy
if
of
he
the
ever been in
etchings for you,
trouble with
Dr.
the police.
Utani. You can thank me when I come back up. He placed the piece of paper over the etchings and proceeded to
Was
rub
he
it with a
Rain?
pencil.
Yes. Okay. Oh, we burned
Pitch
through our
black
line of questions
darkness,
with him. Okay.
So the work was tedious and fiddly.
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock.
Nice hair.
What is it? What have I done?
Tell me about Bronwyn. Why are you here in August?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
Do you know anyone here?
There
No,
is
more
Lily,
important questions.
And sometimes a girl needs a party.
Tell me about Bronwyn.
You gave me a shock, lol.
What were you doing last night? Tell me about Bronwyn.
Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. This cat's on a Bron can vouch for me.
Tell me about Bronwyn.
Yeah, let's do
Tell
that.
me about.
She's an Aquarius, her favourite colour is green. What else do you need to know?
Is she your leader? Has she killed before?
No, and she hasn't killed this time. Nice try though.
What?
Or worse, being declared mentally unfit. He had already played back the audio tape from his recorder on the way back to his quarters, and was unable to discern any unusual sounds. This even meant the whispers were on a wavelength.
Got an idea.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Made at other lunar sites, Dr. Utani was able to create a rough translation of the word, or rather something that approximated
Let's
its
go visit the
meaning.
chief.
What's going on, Violet? Is everything okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
What's the matter?
The new detective's acting. I think I might be the killer.
Have you stopped taking the pills? Look, just take the pills. Dr. Tanner said you'd start hearing and seeing things again. You're no good to me like that. Just take the goddamn pills. Off you go.
Okay,
I'm being subtle.
let me
I don't want
recap.
to see you back here, okay? You got anything to report, give me a call. Any problems, talk to Danny. Danny, remember?
We just got a new name.
Danny.
So, okay, here's what's happening in this game. You're a detective that can shapeshift. That's why it's called the Shapeshifting Detective. You've been sent here to help this guy who's the chief of what? I don't fucking know, because he seems to have disdain for the local law enforcement. So, I don't know. Chief detective, chief police, I don't understand that part. You're staying at an inn. Nothing is going on. Everyone's a murderer. You're staying at an inn, like an Airbnb. The redhead is the lady running it. And there are 2 or 3 tarot card readers. 3. Somebody killed a girl. A redhead strangled her naked in bed. There was no sexual activity. I mean, you're trying to figure out who it was. The chief here thinks that it was the tarot card readers because one of them came in beforehand and predicted the death or whatever. He thinks that she did it. He doesn't want your Sam, the shapeless person, questioning the redhead Violet. So we shapeshifted into him, talked to her, and we shapeshifted into Violet, came back here and talked to the chief, and we got a little bit more about her condition. I think, does that catch anybody up? And so that's where we're at. So we're playing the shape of people against other people right now. Yes. We're going to find out who the fuck Danny is. Apparently this girl loses her memory.
Danny?
The chief is in on it.
We just talked about this. I said I'd post somebody this morning, and I did. Then I told you it was Danny. Take the pills, Violet. Take the pills.
He's protecting her for some
voices
reason.
again whispering to him.
I believe
As
that
murmurs grew
the
louder,
girl got
he
killed in
even was
Violet's
able
house,
to make
but
out individual words
I might have missed
in a
that part.
language wholly unknown to him or any other man. Its harsh consonants
And I can only
unearthly vowels
change
chilled him to the
forms in my room.
Dimitri covered his ears to make it stop, but the nameless voices only grew more incessant, hounding him, compelling him to listen, until he understood the meanings of their
So let's
words.
go visit the three
This
readers
is how
again
we die.
as the hostess, or the
Dimitri
house
tried
owner,
to
or whatever.
scream.
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
No, thank you.
Great. What do you want to know about it?
The murder. The
Perfect.
I think the tarot wants to ask a different question, but...
Just got shaded.
The devil. You're letting yourself be manipulated by someone who isn't good for you. Or... maybe it means you're having fantastic sex. You might like playing the victim.
Did you sleep well last night?
Yes, thank you.
I didn't see you yesterday. I didn't see you.
I stayed in my room. You can ask Lexi. That reminds me, I think I found a book of yours. It's called He Came Through the Shadows.
What makes you think it's mine?
Your name's written on the inside cover.
Hemming
Bye.
and hawing. It's just one word repeated over and over. I need a
Right.
Mrs. Gallagher, an unexpected pleasure.
How long are you planning to be here?
This guy just just heavy breathing as soon as he came into frame.
How long are you planning to be here?
In town? I really don't know. Until the tarot tells us to leave, or you kick us out.
He's a little too... Yep.
How did you know Dorota was going to die? Why do you think the police suspect Bronwyn?
Now that's a very good question. Logically speaking, you'd assume all three of us were in on it. Or none of us.
You didn't answer the question. Not that you need to answer the hostess of the house.
Are you saying you've seen...
Lexi.
Hello, Violet. Is everything okay? Ignore the
Oh, we're
mess, I was
hitting it
just
off
going to
real
tidy it
nice.
up.
Did you have a pleasant evening last night? Did you have...
Great, thanks. The room's really lovely.
But you weren't in this room, were you? I didn't see you around yesterday.
Oh no, was I sleepwalking again? I haven't done that since... for ages. I didn't come into your room, did I?
No.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I do that. It only seems to happen when there's a lot of bad energy floating around. Bronwyn says I just stand there and stare. I didn't catch you, not sleeping, did I?
We're gonna have to hypnotize her later. I'm just calling that now because she was standing there watching it, I'm sure.
recordings and couldn't make out anything
Okay.
out of the ordinary. Perhaps the others...
Let's shapeshift again. Okay, so we can be her now.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Dude, this game is wild. Eventually, I'm gonna have to figure out.
and hollow whispers in the darkness.
How to
He
get
didn't
what I
bother
want to
turning on the
know.
light this time.
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
So, there's clues in their motions. Of that, I'm sure.
I hope we're not being too much.
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota would be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that.
This girl right here, though, she's a mess. Good fucking lord. This is like the face, like the 2 seconds before you ugly cry.
You strike.
I'm brave, but I'm not stupid.
Sinuses, but her head was completely empty. A black void. I stared into the hole.
Bron, something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts on Dorota?
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another right?
A right?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Stop it? Birmingham?
The Traveller? Dead girls? Ring any bells?
Traveller?
Bron, you're acting weird. Are you still you?
Of course.
Stop freaking me out. It's not cool in this current climate.
His ribcage through her paws.
Okay, so the shape-shifting detective is not the only
Sleep.
person, I guess, in this universe that could do that.
Ron, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
Are you worried?
Only if you are. This could go on in circles for a while. Let's just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
Tight circles. Uni was a hunter. And experience told
You're not really okay. Hey, Yennet, how you doing, buddy?
Something to show him. He hoped it was a mouse or a vole. At
Okay,
least
let's
they
hail
were
a
all
cab and go
dead.
see the chief.
He'd had too many stunned lopsided.
Miss Castle. I'm surprised to see you here.
I didn't kill Dorota.
You're a prime suspect. And your alibi is that you were in the guest house with another prime suspect at the time. It doesn't look good for you.
Have you got a
This is an FMV game. It is only cutscenes. This is a choose-your-own adventure. You are playing a detective that can turn into the other people around him, tricking them into dialogue. This game is a cutscene. Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone has a problem with you, Bronwyn. I can arrest you for something right now. How does perverting the course of justice sound?
Kinky.
Oh, you are pushing me today, young lady.
Oh, perfect.
A kitten.
Okay, let's go transform into myself again.
She circled the kitten's body, stepping over its limp legs without even looking, her eyes fixed on him, waiting for...
Yeah, I've never played a game like this before. So you have to go to the room to transform into other people. We haven't gone around as ourself, which is a very shapeless thing, and talk to everyone. See, this is us. I don't know if it's going to be more people later, but these are the three. This is the police chief, which we just figured out because he can arrest people. This is the owner of the bed and breakfast. This is kind of the leader of the group of tarot card people in here. There's a girl that was choked to death while naked in bed 2 days ago, or a day ago. And I've been hired by him as a shape-shifting detective to figure out who did it. He knows about my ability. The rest of them don't. Rain, however, kind of... he might be suspicious of her, who I just was, and kind of made him nervous.
Draped it over the kitten's head. He stood and raised his foot. It would have to be...
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already.
Boy, she is way more composed when I'm Sam, isn't she? Dorota.
Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
She looked a precious lamb.
Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they?
She has a memory problem and doesn't fucking know where she's been, like, every day.
Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
How convenient. Oh, her. Okay, her losing memory, not Dorito being slutty. She just said Dorito was innocent. And then she's calling her a slut. Like, hello? Oh, she's doing the same animation. Okay.
Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend.
Tell me, who was her boyfriend?
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church.
We got a new place
Don't
to
tell
go.
him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already.
Totally gonna go as her. When they have an arrow here, does that mean I only get to choose one?
I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
Who runs a hostel or whatever? This is pushy.
I don't know, Dr. Sam, you tell me.
Oh no, okay, so these are things that I can come back to. Redhead sus, yeah. Raid of 7 people from Dutchy Raider. Thank you so much, man. How's everybody doing? Nice to see you guys. I'm playing an FMV movie. Possibly the first FMV movie I've ever played. That wasn't Her Story, which I'm not really counting. Because there's a lot more video game there than just watching cutscenes. But yeah, this is super fucking interesting. I'll just recap again real quick now that you guys are here. I'm a detective that can change into other people. Right now I am myself, Sam, down here at the bottom left, who is shapeless. And I'm staying in this inn where a girl was murdered the day before. The police chief hired me to come here and use my ability. He's the only one that knows. And he'll help me with my other problem, which we don't know what that is exactly. It's legal issues for sure. There are 3 tarot card readers staying in this inn. She's the owner of the inn, this redhead here. And we've already gone through as everybody we can change into and talk to everybody staying here. But now we're going around to Sam. Kind of pretending we got a night's sleep or whatever. There's something going on between the police chief and her. This redhead. Can't remember her name. But she takes pills for something. Schizophrenia. And she can't remember what the fuck she did the day before. Ever. Rachel, Victoria. Red's good. We'll call her Red. The other Red is dead. That was Dorito. Dorada. Yeah, major sus. Hey, Andy Croft. Okay. Who are the other guests?
They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually. Demands already?
Whoa.
I'm thinking of doing it.
There's one of my favorite wines on the planet is called Red Dead. And it's about Jacquette. Oh, I can't think of her last name. Famous redheaded pirate. Female pirate, like one of the only ones. Total fucking badass, that woman. But the label and the wine. The wine's a very good red blend. They make another one called Buccaneer. And it's my favorite. It has the most impressive label art you've ever seen. It's all like waves and like shipwrecks. It's very tattoo like.
but I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
Have you ever been to Dorito's house? I know I'm saying it wrong. It's fine.
I've driven by it, never actually been in it.
I think
where she came from.
we have a new location we
I
can
was
go.
driving along, playing with the radio, and
Standstill, thank you so much for the follow. It means a bunch to me, man. Or woman, I guess I don't know.
Naturally, I slammed on the brakes and attempted to swerve away from her.
No, or other.
But I still felt the thump of solid body connecting with my car. There simply was no denying that sickening thump. When my car finally skidded to a full stop,
But we're less late.
I
I'm
thought
not
my
be sick.
heart
Hope
would
you keep
burst
watching.
from
Hey,
my
no
chest.
worries.
It was
I
panic.
stream every day at 2 p.m. Pacific, and I do
My
Diablo
hands
streams
trembled as I put the car in
Tuesday
park.
morning at 9 a.m. and Thursday night at 7 p.m. and that's classic
of the
Diablo,
engine and
the
the
original.
distorted
I
voice
also
from the
do
now
a Tomb
crackling
Raider stream
speakers were my
at 9 a.m.
only
Sunday
company as
morning
I simply
Pacific time.
sat there.
So feel free to drop in
Everything in my
anytime.
head was screaming
Everyone.
for me to go, to run. No one saw me. No one knew I even went.
But my main thing is the 1 hour stream,
I
which
could
is
just
2 p.m.
run,
every day.
and
And I just play a different game that I haven't
get
played
in the
before
ass.
for an hour at least.
Leave her there to be
Okay,
someone else's
so we
problem.
need to visit,
But
oh,
I couldn't.
Browin was her name.
I
No,
had to
Violet's the
know.
owner,
I
Browan's
had to know
the,
if I had just
let's talk to her again.
Is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
Mm. If you like an hour-long game, do you keep playing them off stream? Yes. Maybe not right away. That's not a flattering angle. She's rough. They have, they've made her look rough. Like she's about to ugly cry. I do. Depends on what I'm doing currently. Like when we did Darkened Sky, I played a hell of a lot more of that on my own. Sometimes we do extra streams and finish games, which is what we're doing for Serious Sam 4. And we tried to do that with The Longest Journey, but we lost our save file. We, as in me. Right now, the game I'm working on in my own time is I've gone back after I finished Ghost of Tsushima, which is wonderful. What a good game. Absolutely recommend that on the PS4. But the one I'm working on now, that I've got that finished, is I've gone back to Metal Gear Solid 5. Currently, in Metal Gear Solid 5, I have discovered I don't have to play as Venom Snake. I can play as anybody I want to. So I've chosen a woman, and I'm currently tossing all the men off of my mother base into the ocean and farming women out of hostage rescues to be my warriors. Yeah. It's like the eye of... the million eyes of Samaru up in that motherfucker. Or the girl from Rio. Just an army of women.
Chief Dupont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise.
I should play that again. I should play that again. You know, one game I've been playing from time to time, that one of the ones that we streamed in the 1 hour stream that I just tried out was called Neoverse, and it's a card battler. And that one, I do like a good round a week in that. They can get kind of long. I haven't like beaten it or anything, or I don't even know how that would work, I guess. It doesn't really have a story or anything. But I don't know why I love that game, but god damn it, I love that game. Yup.
All I'm asking is that you dig a little deeper than the chief. I had nothing to do with Dorota's death. We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team. We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings. And
You should check out
passions.
Neoverse. 7
Power
Up.
can be very powerful. Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know. In my room, reading. I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me. She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her.
You think Violet is trashy?
I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
A few times as I sat up in my bed, phone clenched tight.
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way. Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay.
You know,
the hot water goes off at 9, by the way, so it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me.
Why the fuck would you do that? Why would you turn off the hot water heater at 9? That's super weird, right? Does it save that much power? I'm considering not talking to this guy as Sam because he was suspect when I came in here as one of the girls that she wasn't herself. And one of my criteria from the man that sent me here was to not get caught. And I don't know what that would mean for the game. Considering the first thing that happened in the game after watching a very long credit sequence was a guy saying, you don't know when to keep your mouth shut, or you need to learn when to keep your mouth shut. And then I asked who he was, and he sent me back to the beginning of the intro. Which I then had to, not ask that question and just remain silent. Okay.
We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck. You get it piecemeal. Not everything in one reading. The last one we did showed a young woman being murdered. Young, talented, probably red-headed.
What if that wasn't the one they were predicting and it's actually Violet that's going to be murdered in the near future?
I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician. Next victim? Whoa! Hold on a sec, we don't even know if there's going to be a next victim or not. We'll do another group reading soon, then we'll have a better idea. Mercury? It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck. I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
Guess where we're heading?
I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work. My prayer that the girl will be safe.
Oh.
Experiencing issues.
We're going back to Brahma.
Aspects of her life.
Mercury? Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam?
This is how I get discovered. Calling it now.
It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now.
What did I say? What the fuck did I just say?
Mercury agrees with you. It's nice that you're being honest with me and with yourself.
Dreams
And nightmares.
with Poe and Monroe.
Okay.
So, Robin's had this dream recently.
Lexi.
Hi. Sam, is it? Come on
Go
in.
see the
Make
chief
yourself at
again.
home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on.
Wait, is she wearing Lara Croft's necklace? I want to see that again. It was like a jade green circle on a black string. Looked exactly like the one I have.
I don't know anyone in this
Oh,
town,
okay, no,
except for
it's
Bronwyn and
not
Rain,
a circle.
obviously,
Got it.
And Violet, and the chief, and now you. Sorry, we're a bit nervous. Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed it all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
Happy squirrel.
You've done your research. The happy squirrel was vague and mysterious, but not evil. The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want no matter the cost. Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know. Swords in general are bad. The cards told us to. Well, the cards of Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull,
Jiggery
let me know,
pokery, I love it.
It is. No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
This girl is like killing her role right now. It's amazing.
I didn't say job. I said job. Okay. We made a cheese obelisk, a chop, and depending on the shape of that chop, we get different answers to questions.
What? What?
No, you don't.
That was my only option there.
She's like my big sister, so pretty well.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
That's a lie.
No, I mean, yeah. I've already cleaned it off.
Her chin. It caught her still smiling mouth.
Okay, hail a
As part
cab.
of her
Let's go.
It's 6 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival.
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
That's really mesmerizing to look at, isn't it? I want to keep investigating because I want to go talk to the chief
And from what I
again.
can see,
It is, and that's where it's staying. You don't need to see it, Sam. Violet can get confused at times. Just keep doing what you're doing, and we'll get along fine. Pains me to think that I was even on the list, but I'm ruled out because we have video footage of me in the station at the time of the murder. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, and you found out she's taking pills. Perhaps they're related. That's it.
So he's my recap. Okay, okay.
That it's from so long.
What do we think? Should I hit the next chapter, or should I go talk to some people again as other people and see who's got new conversations that I've unlocked?
Count. Someone looks like this.
Perhaps.
You guys tell me.
This curiosity shop is now renowned.
It's been an hour. I'll probably play for another hour because I feel like we just haven't gotten anywhere.
Curiosity shop.
It's not really that kind of game, I guess.
Okay, Alice, this is what I brought in today. What do you think it is?
Oh wow.
Oh, no. We've unlocked new people to be. Okay. We're going to stay in this chapter.
Hello, I'm Rain.
I wonder what made us unlock those people. Just enough conversation, or... Okay.
You say it's his profession.
Something religious, I suppose.
Yes.
He's wearing robes, he's wearing a mic, yes.
Well,
Rain, I'm busy. You gonna turn yourself in?
Yeah. No.
Then you're wasting my time.
Sam accidentally glimpsed Queen Ang,
Oh, that could have...
wife of King Tut.
Oh, he's gone
The
now.
king ordered that Busan be shrunk by mystics, and the process caused the pain you see on his face. These tattoos are a reminder that some
Can you
things
imagine
are
the
best
nightmare
left
of this storyboard, like, spread across the
So
developer's
we-
office?
But as far as I can...
Well, I wish I hadn't seen this.
Well, there's something going on with those two, and they're both gone now.
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
The real reason we're here. The real... what we did. Our role in what we did. Last...
As far as Sam's concerned, me and Lexi were together and you were praying in your room. It's half true, at least.
Part of her wanted to keep it.
What does that tell me?
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about Bronwyn?
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
That's not even funny, Rain. Bronwyn's the least murdery person we know.
The least
Okay,
murdery
let's say
person
she
we
did it.
know.
What possible reason could she have for killing Dorota?
Somebody make that a quote.
Psychopathic tendencies?
The least murdery person we know.
Crime of passion?
Maybe. Maybe Bronwyn and Dorota were secretly lovers. And Bronwyn found out that Dorota was seeing someone else and killed her in a jealous fit of rage. Or maybe it's just another one of your twisted late night fantasies, in which case, leave me out of it.
Ate it in her bedroom like she was 13 again, sucking on stolen sauce packets from the school canteen. It wasn't her fault.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Nice. Oh shit, that's not what I meant to do. Dirt.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Give it back. Give it back.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
They have the same beady eyes, the same smug expression, the same.
What is it, Miss Taylor?
Dorota's boyfriend seems sweet. Are Dorota's family safe? Who would want to kill Dorota? Dorota's boy...
Have you met it?
Yes.
Miss Taylor, is that a contradiction? It's not what you said in the written statement.
Sorry, I meant no.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Why did you hire Sam? Why did you hire Sam?
I didn't hire Sam, the Shaw family did.
No, they didn't. Why did you hire Sam?
Tarot cards tell you that. Listen, Sam gets results. Nobody knows how, but the results are got. I want the killer found as quickly as possible. You got a problem with that?
Oh, he doesn't know.
Who would want to kill Dorota?
He doesn't know.
Are Dorota's family safe?
Why? What are you gonna do?
Nothing, just checking. Nobody's safe. Nothing, just checking.
I've got my eye on you, Lexi Taylor. Lexi. Rain, are they even your real names?
Who would want to kill Dorota?
You doing your own investigation? Great! Let me know when you find out.
Bronwyn thinks you've got it in for her.
I go after bad guys. If she's a bad guy, then I've got it in for her.
What were you doing Monday night? Why when...
In hindsight, that does look like a good idea, doesn't it? We didn't believe you. We still don't.
Tiny. And it's made of, I think, metal. I think it's metal.
Boy, she had some soupy questions and actually got some answers, didn't she?
It's the same material.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Please don't ask us to leave. The police want alibis from everyone for last night. Please don't ask us...
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute.
That sounds ominous.
I can use the money, to be honest.
The police want alibis from everyone. The police want alibis...
Well, I don't have one. I literally can't remember what I was doing.
It was excavated at Brindley Hill, the site of a standing circle with it.
What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. You're just fine.
Do you think Sam suspects? Am I really fine?
Maybe. But it'll be difficult to prove.
Damn it.
Now,
What?
What could the object have just handed to you?
Something's weird, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned? It happens all the time.
Are you looking to take over?
No. I'm just worried.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a non-functional wooden barrel.
Yeah, but it's heavy, like really heavy.
Okay, I'm going to explain. The reason why it's heavy is in fact an Egyptian wall, which was used by craftsmen.
This is the weirdest radio broadcast in the background.
It's approximately 4,500.
Alright. Return to Sam.
It's the Great Sphinx of Giza. Well, that's what the man down the pub told me.
That's incredible.
Poe's curiosity shop.
Wonder if I visit Lexi again. No, okay.
And nightmares.
With Poe and Monroe.
Hail a cab, take me to the next chapter. Alright. Here
It's
we
6
go.
o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family,
I know, me too.
this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival.
We've heard
Indeed.
this.
I
Okay.
understand why they want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly
All
dry
right.
and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Oh, okay. I see how we.
Meaning for it, they have to put everything.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick
You know
1
what,
minute
Poe? I
break,
think you might
grab a
like it
beer,
more.
undrink the water. You know the deal. So, hang tight, get whatever you need, and we'll keep going. Okay, change of plans. I won't be drinking beer. I've got a glass, and I've got Steak's recommended $75 bottle of whiskey. Blended whiskey from Japan. Kisoyama. Kisoyama. Or something that isn't pronounced like that. I don't fucking know. I'm just here to drink it. There's an interesting top on it that kind of like clicks into place. Like it's, I don't know, it's different. Also, how's everybody's day going for those that haven't answered yet? But yeah, this felt like the right game to drink whiskey. So we gonna. Alright, let's do this.
To deputy dream interpreter.
I mean, keep going where you're going and I might be out of a job.
Oh, we need you, Alice.
Where's Sam? Let's go
So
visit
what I
Oscar.
can tell you is
No, let's visit
shopping
Chief
relates
first.
to needs and desires.
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright? Just the tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them. Dorota's an only child. She lived with her mum and dad. Monday night was movie night, so they'd go and watch the 8 o'clock at the Odeon. Dorota would get the house to herself. They're devastated, naturally. They left town to stay with relatives. They didn't do it, Sam. Although, perhaps I should have made them stay.
You doing some real shit police work, guy. Chief.
For who you are.
Alright, we're going to Oscar. That's the boyfriend.
Who are you?
Hello. What? Why would that be an option?
Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a day, a whole day. It's typical of them.
Day.
Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, you know, hanging out. I left at about 5. Playing football. It was just 5-a-side. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up. Not much. They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music. Not long, a couple of months maybe. We did care for each other. No. Why?
Oh, I am not. I am not.
Chief DuPont said there was no signs of anything like that. What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place he could have hidden would be in the closet, and I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet.
What? What? I can't not ask him that. I'll ruin the game.
Yeah, it's big enough for 2 people to have sex in. On all fours. She had a few kinks, nothing weird. Yeah, a band from the 60s. I'm not discussing this with you. Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke.
Okay, that's really fucking weird,
Jutting
right?
rocks and reeds. It's a calming juxtaposition to the lifeless vest.
Yep, that's what he told me too. Not a suspect.
Barely touched cigarette to the floor and squishes it with his boot heel. Wiping his mouth with a now bloodied sleeve, he reaches into his jacket for something. Another cigarette. Gotta find me a good one.
Vicar's son? No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam?
That was fucking ominous.
The masks we wear. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know. Would you, Sam?
Sam.
She flaunts herself. Her body. Had boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother. Not really, just gossip. Apparently she went to have some portrait photos done and started stripping off. Weston's photographic. Zach Weston. He'll get himself into trouble one of these days.
We're gonna talk to that
If
asshole.
you keep taking pictures of pretty girls in their underwear, somebody's going to get upset. Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking. At Weston's photographic? Off the high road? It's late, but he's always there. I have a good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
The grassy floor. Thud. Crunch. His head hits the angled stone with such force his eyes bulge. Blood pools behind him and in his mouth. "You're mine now," the girl says, and reaches her hand into his chest, grabbing for something or letting something go.
What?
It only takes a second. A transfer of energy takes place that can only truly be visualized by travelers from a faraway dimension. Lung's eyes roll into the back of his skull. He stops moving. The stream flows smoothly in the distance. The girl reaches for something in Lung's jacket. The phone. She hits speed dial. "Mom? It's Zoe. I know. It was the detective you hired. He tried to kill me. I know. As fast as I can."
I need to know where the fucking
Back. And
deal
her hand
is.
stops.
Maybe I'll go ask the police chief.
Shaking. It moves as if it has a mind of its own. Starts into the jacket and pulls out a cigarette. She sighs as she lets it put the cigarette to her lips and lights it. Cough.
Ooh.
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking. No, I wouldn't know how. I'm a tarot reader, not a medium. Maybe I should have pretended, though. Made up some fake message from her to give him some comfort. You lie once, and you just have to keep going, don't you? Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today. Fine. Jeeve Tupon was breathing down her neck, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together. If these walls weren't separating our rooms, then technically it'd be true.
So confused with what's going on. Also, hi Mama Misery. How are you doing today? A girl was killed in her house, I think, it turns out. There's 3 tarot readers staying at an inn. A police chief has hired me because I have an uncanny ability to solve crimes. I'm a detective. What he doesn't know is my ability is to shapeshift into other people, which I am using to unlock dialogue trees, basically. But we are trying to figure out who killed the redhead that was choked to death in her bed. Yeah. Non-sexually choked to death. So once I'm Sam, this kind of like shape-shifting whatever nothing. Once I talk to all these people again, this is a new chapter, I'm going to change into them and talk to them again and try to figure out what the hell's going on. Does that help? At all?
To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie.
We just talked about what happens when you lie once. Also, fun fact, we were talking about that on Jermaine Play's stream the other day. That was his question of the day, is like, when is it okay to lie? It really isn't. That's my answer. I mean, you don't have to tell everybody everything, but lying just isn't. It isn't. No. It is one of those things, like, once you lie, I think we all know that. Like, once you tell a lie. So the redhead had died. Yeah, the other redhead, they only showed her once. They showed her dead in the bed. But it's not... Violet's a redhead also who owns this inn.
Rain's a big boy, he can handle himself. Besides, I'd be highly suspicious if Rain claimed to be doing anything else other than reading on a Monday night. That's pretty much all he does every night.
Maybe the trashy book was his. Oh no, because it had Violet's name in it.
At the top, a reinforced steel wall now separates the lab's underground car park from the outside world. And with my back against it,
yeah, hang on.
I may have time to take all 8 shots before Emma reaches me. She's fast.
I was gonna see about pulling up a picture of Dorota, but I don't want to accidentally like
She
spoil
struck straight
something.
through his gut,
Because they only showed it once,
blowing
and I
out
can't
his
reference
spine
it.
like an afterthought. I grabbed.
Sam, what can I do for you?
I really just want to punch this guy in the face, though. The more whiskey I drink, the more I want to punch him in his dumb-looking face.
We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name. It kinda did. It's hard getting an exact name out of 78 cards. But considering we'd never heard of Dorota Shaw, it painted a pretty good picture otherwise.
Also, these tarot card readers, they came here because they sensed they had a mission or some kind of bullshit. And the girl that we just talked to, I know, right? Exactly. The girl that we just talked to went to the police chief and told him that this is what they saw in the cards, that she was going to die, and he did nothing. So he just suspects this group of people. Yeah, redheads are great.
No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time... It
Also, Seek, I don't know if you were here when I came back from the break, but...
Directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest. We're trying to save people.
It's not working!
I said we're trying. We have a gift. We have Mercury, the tarot. It tells us where bad things are going to happen, and we try and stop them. Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either. The problem with travelers is... Let's put a pin in this one, Sam.
What does that mean? Put a pin in this one.
Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
I'm gonna talk to her as him. No, I'm gonna talk to him as her. I'm already confused. It's all fucked.
Once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out Dorota. Just... This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveler who died here. Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities.
The moment. Poe's
I want to believe that.
shop is now remote.
Hi Sam, back from more already?
Yes, modern FMV. This is a really good one. Backlog. Also, hi, how you doing? This is a really fucking good one. You get to transform into people and ask them different things of questions as themselves to try to solve this mystery as a shape-shifting detective.
No, I think Bronwyn met him though.
I'm doing wonderful. You know, I'm gonna be totally honest. I was kind of just feeling a little bummed out this morning. And when I got out of the shower, I was like, dude, why are you bummed out? Like, you're about to play video games with your friends. I was like, oh, that's all I needed, actually. So, I'm fucking wonderful. Every day is the best day ever.
You'd have to ask her, or him. It's not my place to say. I didn't. How did you find out? Am I in trouble?
Couldn't agree more in most cases. Yeah, no, it's fucking great. It's an obstruction. Depends on why you lied.
Ron was worried about me not having an alibi. She was logged in doing phone readings, so she's alright. But there's nothing to prove that I was here. I was though, cross my heart, notes die.
Foreshadowing, probably, maybe. She also admits that she sleepwalks. And is really creepy and, like, stands at the end of people's beds. Oh, I am Mama Misery. I am. And I'm gonna flirt with them with themselves soon. This game promised sexual content. I don't actually know what that is, but... Welsh Interactive makes great games. That's what I'm learning. They made another one. Well, The Bunker they did, and there was another one that's been on my radar, but this one came in a bundle, which is why I have it, and we're playing it. Yeah, tell me about the Ouija board. Tell me about Traveler.
Traveller? That's a really old role-playing game, isn't it?
Man, this girl, she's good. She's good.
Oh, did he now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess she must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel?
She's good.
Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device? Want to know how it works? Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean,
Hey, thanks for the
there's
follow,
planets and
Mama
stars in
Misery.
space.
I appreciate that.
The spirit
It means
world
a
must
lot.
be really far away beyond all that.
Contradiction, spot the liar. No, I know that game, but it's not the one I was thinking of. Hang tight. Hang tight. Okay, here. Everything's appropriate. Let me go. Bunker telling lies. Maid of the Scott. No. Late shift. Oh, and the complex. Those are the ones I've... Oh, this here. Is the girl that died. Dorito. Pretty girl. Late shift is the one I was thinking of, but also the complex. I've never played these, and they're on my wish list, but yeah, late shift. Yeah, anyways. I played late shift. Hey, Serpents. Hope you're doing well today. Hard to get a good ending, though. Yeah, I remember reading about that game, but I can't remember what it was about at all. I mean, I could have just read the description, but... And this is maybe the second FMV game I've ever played. We played a chunk of her story. And I really liked that. But I think there's more video game there than there is just watching movies. You know, clicking around on the computer or whatnot. So those are the two that I played. There was one I played back in the early 90s that was about a submarine commander. I don't remember what it was called, but it was really cool. But I barely remember that. I'm talking like 1994 maybe. Okay, go on.
We're so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me?
Hooked on your every word. Yes, but I wish I wasn't. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about visual novels. There's just somebody opened the floodgate on Steam one day, and that's all there is. And I'm having a hard time finding the games that I want to play. Which is kind of like jaded me towards the idea of visual novels. I told Space Captain Steve, the guy that the co-founder of Chrome Studio Australia, he's got an IP that's his comic called Blade Kitten, which I absolutely adore. It's about a cat girl in space who's a bounty hunter. But I told him, I was like, you know, if you make a visual novel about this universe, I'll absolutely read that. Hopefully he does. He liked the idea. He was on our stream back in September. Came to hang out with us when I played his game on our birthday. On our. Me, myself, and I. On my birthday, which my viewers celebrated with. And it was wonderful. Hooked on every word.
You're sweet. Where was I? Oh, so here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name. Because in the spirit world, she was already dead.
Wow.
Mind-blowing.
Okay. I think we're...
The worm probed, and the worm
more
did
interactive.
not hear the usual refrain.
Okay. We're gonna
Not this
run
one.
back to the police chief real quick.
What's special?
It's 7 o'clock, and here's
No!
the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August
No!
Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal
Stop!
murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw.
Jesus Christ,
While
I can't
she
skip
stresses
this.
there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss
These
Shaw was
scenes
found
are
strangled in her
absolutely
bedroom home
beautiful,
last
though.
night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want
you
to
say
take a
cars or
different route for
cops?
now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Yeah, keep investigating. We're nowhere near done. I think I get the next chapter
And we went to the top
if
floor
I
of that
talk to
building.
everybody as
Empty
myself.
penthouse layer.
Oh, blank stare.
There he goes. Got any proof? Get proof. Then I can hold them in.
Well,
So just a moment, maybe a fraction.
check this guy.
That's personal. I can't really explain it. I'm just floating at the moment. Nothing seems real.
This is the boyfriend of the dead girl, Dorito.
Yeah, but she said she couldn't, so... Not to me anyway. She wasn't into fortune telling or any of that stuff. Yeah, Chief DuPont told me. He thinks it's one of them that killed her. Bronwyn?
No. I don't want to enrage the grieving ex-boy, or not ex, but grieving boyfriend.
Achieving your goals.
He's so innocent looking. Yeah,
So, what I think is happening
he just
is,
seems like the
is
dumb
that
jock type, or
you
not
are
really a
striving
jock, but
for
you know what I mean.
success, but
Just
you don't
dumb
feel worthy
dumb
of
boyfriend.
It. And it could be you're suffering from imposter syndrome, which is actually quite.
But it keeps giving me these options that I know are going to enrage him. You know what I mean? All right, let's transform.
Your ability isn't endless. It will run out at some point.
What? The wrench they just threw into how I'm playing this game. Apparently there's a limit to how many times I can transform into other people. He doesn't look too broken up. Yeah, but he said that he was just floating, and I kind of understand what that means. You know, you get into shock and you're weird. Let's turn into him, because we haven't done that yet.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Okay, we are now Oscar, as we can tell by this.
Me, one thing.
And he should
Ivan Sada scooped Uni to the
go
floor
talk to all the
and
tarot
pulled on his
readers.
shirt. She waited for him to stand.
Which is what we're
Then led him
making
down to the
me
kitchen,
do, pretending to be
hurting
him.
his slow, bare feet and dangerous.
Oscar Wainwright, what a surprise.
Oh man, that greeting though. Nothing at all.
Around his kitchen, one robin, several blackbirds, wide beaks and tails that hadn't even grown yet. Bigger than her body, yet she still picked it up to present. Heck, it's only protest.
Where are they?
He had to put that one out of its
Where are
misery.
they?
He put all of them out of their misery.
Oscar? What are you doing here?
I want to help.
I know. We've already talked about this. You said you'd get into Bronwyn Castle's room somehow and have a look around.
Why? How?
I don't know. Maybe ask if you can go around. Women like vulnerable men.
Do they?
She knows him? You mean Oscar? I assume so. They've, talked previously. Oh, she knows him. You're talking about Violet, the innkeeper. Got it. Got it. Yeah, because they all live in the same town. It's the tarot card readers that are from out of town.
Do they?
I don't know. Do I look like vulnerable men? Just do whatever you have to, Oscar. I've got to concentrate on some other leads. So, you can go now?
Trying to drag itself
Harsh.
up. Its back legs lay helplessly on the floor. No. Ivan dropped down next to the kitten. Shh.
Okay. She's... Okay.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
And done. The kitten's skull was softer than he expected. It caved easily, the thin bones crackling and fizzing with
Damn it!
to his heel
All
as he
right.
lifted it, unveiling the bloody mess he'd made, and he quickly replaced it, shutting his eyes hard to try to erase the sight. It didn't work, of course. Or as Uni padded over to inspect the darkening towel.
Dorota had a boyfriend. Dorota had a boyfriend.
Oscar, the guy I met this morning? The one I told you about. Yes.
What did he want?
Answers. Reassurance. Forgiveness.
Do you think he killed her?
Not considering what he asked me to do.
Barely as big as his palms, he left the towel on the floor. He needed.
I feel.
Bronwyn said to stay away from him and the family. We're drawing too much attention to ourselves. We won't be able to finish our job.
Job?
Are you wearing a wire? You know why we're here. Don't make me say it.
Say it.
She said, smiling. Uni jumped up on the bed and Noah leaned forward to nuzzle her nose. Have you brought something?
Okay, so we need to be Rain to talk to her to get permission to ask about a thing.
Hello, I'm Rain.
Talk to... Oh, no, leave.
He lay down and closed his eyes, listening to her tearing the kitten's skin.
Bronwyn, yeah.
Don't forget the group reading, Ray. By which I mean, if you see Lexi, tell her not to forget the group reading.
What's the plan?
We still don't know what we're dealing with. There's every chance that it could just
Oh no, we need
be
to do it the other way around. Shit.
Murder.
What if it's not a normal human murder?
Then we have to assume that it's some kind of traveler.
Like in Birmingham?
Go and eat some food. Great. What are you eating? I hope it's delicious. Tell me who done it. I doubt we're gonna solve this today, but...
A traveler from...
From where? From when? We don't even know if it is a traveler yet. Let's just get the group reading done. Maybe then we'll have some answers.
You can't handle the truth.
For fresh air.
God, I have to change again. I'm really nervous about how many times I can change now.
A lack of sunlight, the station's depressing food pastes, and the project's mounting work pressure had gone so far to affect.
Okay.
Started to avoid mirrors, in fear of catching a glimpse of himself. A pale, gaunt carcass of a man, more akin to a ghost than any living being. But the work kept him going.
While we're here.
What do you think of Sam?
Oh, I'll totally hit that. Apart from the whole investigating Bronwyn for murder thing, of course. But that's a minor flaw. I can work around it.
I hear Sam likes you too.
Really? Well, you know, I'm not surprised. I am a total babe.
On the morning of his 249th day on the moon...
Do we think in the grand scheme of things... Look at that camera up there.
To tell up here. Dimitri boarded the...
Do we think in the grand scheme of things she's the one that did it?
As he had been doing for the last 240
She's the one that's being covered for.
He was
She's
joined
trouble.
in the elevator by the other three members.
Like, holy shit, she's trouble. Okay, we gotta do this again. We gotta come be her, and we gotta talk to Rain. So that we can
Hi.
get
I'm
him to tell
Bronwyn.
Sam about whatever it was. I can't remember now.
I'm Bronwyn.
The moon had taken its toll on Earth's best and brightest. As they waited for the elevator to reach the...
You can tell Sam about Birmingham. What did you tell the police you were doing last night?
I told them the truth, that I was in my room. I'm not sure if they can fact check it, but it's the only alibi I've got. Kind of wish we'd all stuck together now.
When should we do another reading? When should we... The police think it's me, don't they?
Looks that way. Have you been feeling possessed lately?
Why possessed?
Sorry, too soon.
You can tell Sam about Birmingham.
Well, what can I tell Sam that you haven't already?
You know Sam likes a fact check. You're right. Don't say anything. You know Sam.
I don't really know Sam. But if you're sure, then I guess I'm sure.
And dreaded what they would find there.
Now we're going to be Sam.
If it did.
But this guy, kind of,
Is it really
he's
wise to
the
send
one
them
that might
down the
actually
hole?
catch me
Dimitri asked as they
shapeshifting.
went over their plans. The three other scientists looked at him questioningly as they waited for him to elaborate. Pretending to be offended. Do you have another suggestion? Dr. Utani offered. Without much...
I did the thing. Why don't I have a conversation?
Wise, said Dr. Remington, clearly echoing the thoughts of the other two sons.
That look.
For a breakthrough that prompted him to volunteer himself, much to the... The three scientists all looked at each other, certainly wondering if Dimitri had gone crazy, but they were too tired, too drained to argue. That's sure about it.
Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Roman and Lexi lied about their alibis. I'm thinking what to do about it. Apparently, Lexi used a Ouija board to get Dorota's name. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got them in hand. And finally, you pulled the name Zach Weston from somewhere, saying he's the town photographer?
Yeah.
I've never run into him. Still, I guess I'm not in the papers that much. That's it.
We need to find out about this photographer that's taking dirty photos.
Dr. Utani sounded tired.
Next chapter. Let's do it.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the
I can't
brutal
skip
murder of
this, or I would.
21-year-old Dorota Shaw.
That's alright, because it is
Whilst he stresses
beautiful.
there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Alright, 1 second. Next chapter.
Dimitri slowly rotated on
We're going to
the road
Zach
inspect
as
all
Sam.
sides of the tunnel.
I know, it's
Sorry,
so cool,
we're
isn't it?
closed. Come
Hello.
back tomorrow or make an appointment online. Friends? Yes. I know Violet very well.
This was not what the person I was expecting to be, like the creepy photographer.
Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Creeping me out.
I'm sorry my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex. Yes, what do you want? The Shores. Oh, you mean that girl who got killed? What was her name? Dorothy?
Dorito.
I see a lot of faces in my studio, but I'm not good with names. Wait. Dorota? I remember now. For the August Chronicle, she won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot. No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat.
Natural habitat. That's a dumb question. Why would I ask that? Get the fuck out of here.
NEWSHOW was a reporter. She can confirm all this. No, actually, I've been running a special off on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there. As you can see, there's photos here.
Those are good pictures.
Yeah. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Ooh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
She's not looking at the camera, that's for sure.
I think she's just a very attractive girl. That's all.
No, because you see the back of the photo. Got him, serpents. Yeah.
What do you mean?
That look he gave him after that last question, though. I should have been snarky. I should have been like, just a photo.
Violet needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography. Dorota saw my boudoir set and asked me to take some shots. It's all very tasteful. A lot of women have them done as gifts for their husbands, or boyfriends, or girlfriends, I suppose. She didn't say. Her boyfriend, I assume.
Oh yeah, we should talk to... Oh boy, we're just gonna anger the boyfriend. We're gonna spin him into a rage. I can feel it now. Like, he's been super calm about it, but they keep giving me dialogue options that would make me want to punch a wall. Not really, but you know what I mean. Like, oh, blah 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 said she was slutty, or... I don't remember what the second one was.
Here. I'm usually here most nights.
The contrast in this particular scene is incredible, though.
I live here, detective. Long story short, I'm divorced. My wife got the house, my business is all I have left.
It's sad. Sorry, man.
Hear them breathing. Hello? Can you hear me? He tried again. I can't see.
No? Who's that? Never heard of him.
I don't know. That one makes me nervous. I'm doing it.
Who what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean that? Yeah, I'll put them in an album for you. No.
He was going mad. Nothing made sense. He just wanted to leave this nightmare and go home. But home was a million miles away.
If you have anything else on Zach Weston, let me know. And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who the for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two there.
Yeah.
Well, unless they were for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now. I think you're supposed to tell me that. If he was taking photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual. Artists have muses, apparently. Wish I knew.
Just he was suspended in the air. He was still inside the hole. Had he been dreaming? As he ascended the shaft, he wondered which part had been a dream and what had been reality. It all felt the same to him. He quickly searched his pack.
Oh, I can. Oh, look, they've limited me. Good. Okay, so there's only ever 5, I guess. That's great. Because this is going to be fun.
I'm Zach Weston.
Straight to Violet we go.
Sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Trust Dr. Yutani, Dimitri said with a smile, trying to hide his anxiety.
Zach! What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see? What? Everyone's talking about Dorota. Are you happy?
I know. But I suppose people like that attract trouble.
People like what? Is that why you killed her? Is that why you killed her? People like what?
That's not funny, Zach. What if Sam heard?
Why don't you want anyone to see me? Are you happy? Why don't you...
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
Oops.
I wanted to make sure we were still okay.
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Are you happy Dorota's dead?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. She practically threw herself at you.
She didn't throw herself at me.
The boudoir sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was looking at you. She wanted it.
You were there. You saw the photo. You were there.
Ooh.
You saw the photos.
Oh, man. Answering this wrong is going to go very bad for me. So I'm going to go with this.
No, silly. But I saw the photos.
Fuck.
She had listened to those recordings and couldn't make out anything out of the ordinary. Perhaps the others were right. Perhaps it was all just feeling that he had seen his imminent and unavoidable future.
Interesting.
Slow and terrible.
Zach, let me stop you there. You are one creepy fellow. Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here. Please.
Dimitri awoke to the sound of cold and hollow whispers in the darkness.
Okay.
Welcome to Poe's Curiosity Shop. Okay, so please explain to the listeners.
I can visit Oscar. Damn it. Just goes into his house. Fuck. Alright.
And
Correct.
Okay.
it's got engravings on it. I think they're animals.
There could be animals. Some people might interpret.
Hi.
We're gonna take the police chief and visit everybody.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
First up, we're gonna visit Zach.
No? Like a coat or
You could do that, but it's a house kind of a household item.
I honestly.
Well, no, we're gonna visit us.
Again?
Did Dorota have a...
She didn't really use any social networks. Didn't have the time. Mainly just cello.
Go to any club? Do you have access to her email?
No, she didn't email much. She checked the messages on her phone. What is it you're looking for?
Anything that helps.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, damn it.
Hello. I know you. You're the police chief.
I understand that you knew Dorota Shaw. What type of photos do you take? I understand that...
We met briefly, yes. I freelanced for the August Chronicle, and they did a story about her.
Was that the first time you met? The scholarship to Juilliard?
That's right. We exchanged a few pleasantries. I happened to mention my portrait services, so she booked a session with me. A few weeks ago.
What type of photo?
For the paper. Record shots that any idiot with a phone can take. My studio is where the magic happens. Mainly portraiture, but I dabble in other areas.
Boudoir photography?
Sometimes, if that's what the client wants. Are you asking for yourself, or...?
Yes.
It's for the case.
Yes. Photography me like one of your French girls, Zach.
It's for the case. Don't be...
I'm deadly serious. Most of my clients are female, but I wouldn't like to assume.
Well, that was funny, but not helpful.
Dreaming is trying to project onto the other person that they're closing themselves off from the world, perhaps, but then they're realizing they're doing it themselves.
You know, Poe, I think you're actually getting a lot better at this.
Thank you very much.
Just one
Obviously,
second
once again,
here.
Alex, thank you very much for sharing this one with us. I would love to talk about this one in further detail because actually it's dealing with something that's quite emotional because the imagery of the lake actually, it relates to your emotional state of mind. And now, the black hair in this dream actually also relates to the repression of emotion. And then the drowning actually relates to emotional stress. So, if I'm honest, Alex, and I hope you're listening to me now, I believe that perhaps something is weighing heavily on your mind, and perhaps it's a secret
Who are
about
we? We're
someone
police
else.
chief. Okay.
And obviously, as we know, repression of emotion can be...
Okay.
Yeah, Alex, that you find someone to reach out to. But thank you again for sharing with us.
Okay.
Monroe, you're so observant.
I try.
Hopefully,
Okay.
take something from this.
Thank you for your dreams.
Welcome to Poe's
Little weird echo.
Curiosity Shop.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Rain.
I'm not really sure what direction I need to take the story in right now, or take the investigation in.
Similar sculptures in a tunnel of caves in Mexico. Oh, I picked it up on eBay.
You have a lovely guest house.
It is quaint, isn't it? It's all my parents had when they died. We are literally sitting in my inheritance. How did your... Father died first. Heart attack. They found him in the freezer when Mother died. She had a pulmonary embolism. I didn't really talk to them much.
Freezer?
Yes, she kept him in the chest freezer because she didn't want to be alone. Stored him perfectly. Still use it today.
What the fuck?
Wooden. And
Correct.
it's got engravings on it. I think they're
Okay.
The animals.
Where are the girls?
Some people might interpret them as animals.
But there's 4 figures on it.
Mhm.
King Cross, maybe?
Just click the
What was
same
the, what was the object used for? What do you think?
Only use I can see is maybe to hang something on, like a coat or.
You could do that, but it's
Rain! I'm surprised to see you here. I take it you know about the Rota already. All that stuff we talked about yesterday, that's strictly between you and me.
What stuff?
That's the spirit. Now, I think it's best if we don't get caught speaking to each other. Overcautious, I'm sure, but I think it's for the best nonetheless. Maybe we can get together for a lad's night out after this is all blown over. Yeah?
Okay.
Don't be like that. The bad guy here, you'll see. Maybe some other time then.
Poe's Curiosity Shop.
Dreams
And nightmares.
with Poe and Monroe. Okay, so
Okay,
we've heard
Sam.
from Alex. And Alex has said that they have the
Oh,
same
you know,
dream
that's
every
why
night.
the 2 girls
Now, the
aren't
woman
in my
lying in the
list
road with
that
her
I can
eyes
shapeshift
closed
to
and her black
because they're
hair
just not
streaming
here.
beneath the surface. She must.
They're just not here. Well, we haven't been her yet. Let's just do that.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Nice. I mean, that's interesting. So it's
Yeah, no, she's not here.
the person she's observing in the dream is
Rain was
face
here,
the
though.
world, and then when?
Okay.
So it's almost the person who's dreaming is trying to
Do we know what
project
time it is? Are
onto
they,
the
are they
other
like
person
asleep or something?
that they're
Or they just
close
don't
to
want me to
this
be in
moment,
the
well, perhaps, but then
in the
they
house
realize
much.
they're doing it themselves.
You know, Poe, I think you're actually getting a lot better at this. See, once again,
Ah, fucking. Ah, come on.
I would love to talk about.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
I came over last.
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Local celebrity.
Famous for being murdered. That's how she'll be remembered anyway.
That is sad.
I came over last night, but you weren't here.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
That was a good piece of information.
So I really hope that, Alex, that you find someone
That
to
was a
reach
good
out
piece of
to.
information.
But thank you again for sharing with us.
Oh, I'm so impressed again, Monroe. It's
They were
so
both not
bizarre.
where they said they were.
I try.
Okay. Alright.
Take something from this.
Thank you for your dreams.
Time to be
Dreams
the shapeshifter.
Nightmares.
Sam or whatever his name is.
Poe and Monroe.
Return to Sam. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to do that.
Hello, I'm
Oh,
Violet.
how limited are these, though?
I'm Violet.
Oh, I can't believe I did that. I keep thinking I can click on them and go to them.
There is
Not the case, and I just wasted a shapeshift, of which I have no idea how many there are
wish
at
to
all.
reconnect with her family.
Do we really have to?
Yeah?
Is that what he calls it? I'm not sure what we have, Sam, and I'm not sure how much longer we're going to have it. Being with Zach is no paradise, I can tell you. It's like his reproductive genes rule every decision he makes. I just want someone who will hold the door open for me, bring me tea in bed.
What the fuck? No. Well, that's why they warned me to never shapeshift into a child.
Robin, you're not alone in this. And I know it, by the sounds
Oh
of it,
no.
this dream feels very sad,
Creepy ass
and it
kids.
feels like it's full of grief. Robin,
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a job somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
Your words, I think Robin can take heart.
Interesting.
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, he did mention the rota. He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was the rota Shaw.
Ah.
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing.
What?
Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3. You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute.
Wait a minute. So there's gonna be 2 more victims here? Maybe?
I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds. Kind of, yeah. Quantum physics is real, did you know? There are many universes. In technical terms, a traveller is a trans-dimensional being far more superior to us, in as much as they can choose which reality to hang out in. We just get this one. Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect. They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them. Yes, probably.
Hey, Chaz.
The Tower doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
Yeah, so, man, there's a lot to recap. The hell is this game? I I'm a detective that can look like other people. A guy knowing that sent me here to a guy that just knows that I have a good skill for solving crimes. Right now I am myself, which is why the portrait is kind of a shapeless thing. There was a girl that was murdered. Yeah. There was a girl that was murdered in her house. There were 3 tarot card readers that came to this town because Mercury told them to, which is a special deck of tarot cards. And they're staying at the inn that I am also staying at because that's where the police chief told me to go. The tarot card readers saw the murder in the cards, went to the police chief before it happened. They didn't do anything, and now the police chief believes that they're guilty of it. They're involved. So I am pretending to be each one of them, trying to unlock new dialogue things, like I have with this guy. I came in here as the girl, their leader, and convinced him it was okay to tell me about this thing, about the travelers. There's a photographer that took dirty pictures of her. There's a boyfriend who's not exactly grieving, but he is kind of like floating through, just being zoned out about the whole thing. There are people sleeping with each other. I'm trying to convince one of the tarot card readers that to have sex with me, I guess, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot going on here. The gameplay mechanics are hard to wrap your head around. Hopefully, did any of that help, Jazz?
I bet he is. It was that thing I told you about Dorota. I mean, I didn't know it was her then. He wanted to show me these explicit photos of her, but I refused. And that's when he told me about her being alone on Mondays. I wonder who else he told that to.
Yeah. Well, that's a good question, too. Spaghetti plot. Yeah, it's...
When he returned, the kitten was scrambling
It's
up
tangled.
the mat with its front paws, trying to drag it.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
That's the one I'm flirting with.
Tears blurred his vision. He stroked the
Hail
kitten.
Cap.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cap.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Yeah, keep investigating. What the fuck?
Of the floor tiles, and she lowered her head to lap it hungrily. Ivan pushed her away. Not for you, Uni. He just needed...
Rain. Yes, the tower reader. Delightful fella, but I couldn't offer him anything. He asked if he could do readings for my customers while they waited. Can't have that really.
No.
Retail ambush.
Nah.
He offered, but I declined. There's no such thing as fake detective. If there was, you could stop investigating right now. If you're supposed to find a killer, you will. Why put in the effort?
Hey, Yenna. Oh, wait. You returning. Yeah, you were here earlier. Yeah, they're... Well, in the detective's room at the inn, there's a blue light in there, too. I've noticed that in a couple places, that they're using mood lighting.
Something going on.
All right, Oscar. Hi! Goddamn.
Forward to nuzzle her nose.
Alright.
Have you brought something for Mom? On the duvet.
Okay, here's the recap. Here's the recap with the chief for you, Chaz.
Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. Rain met Zach already, touting for work. Zach told Rain Dorota would be alone last night. Zach says he's sleeping with Violet, which I doubt. Zach did other photo sessions with Dorota. Boudoir.
Oh, that's right, the police chief's got something going on with the Violet.
Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. You're still following up Birmingham. Keep me posted. Yeah, you mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's nothing. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
And
Let's do it. Next chapter.
It's 8 o'clock and time
God, I
for
can't believe we
another
can't
August
skip
update.
this, though, because we
Police
just listened to it
investigating the
because we
death
got
of
in the car.
21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people are gossiping already, Pearl.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been
You gotta go get
postponed. New dates will be announced soon.
Like a dog.
The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cap.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Next chapter.
Sam, I've got news. We've done a reading.
The Five of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
There's gonna be 2 more murders. Are these cards moving?
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands.
Holy shit, they are.
This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in the deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all 3 again?
1 in 474,552. I know. I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a Ten of Swords.
Fur baby. Oh yeah, Pickle. Yeah.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Alice Munro.
This is Dorito, the girl that was murdered. Okay.
Sam, let me bring you up to speed. I know what you're going to say.
It's behind you.
And I don't want to hear
Pickle.
it. I've arrested Bronwyn. She's named a second victim, and as far as I'm concerned, the safest thing to do right now is have her behind bars. Those tarot readers have been
Gonna
doing my
exploit you
head
for the
all day,
webcam.
talking to me like I'm a suspect, asking ridiculous questions, and then denying they've seen me at all. So what's done is done. If anything, I've just made Alice safer. You can go.
Cough, cough, cough. A lot of people wanted Zoe dead. I did them a favor, and I got a meeting with you. The girl draws her robes tightly, steps off the dais, and moves slowly towards Lum. And what did you want exactly? Lum
Ellis.
steps
Who's
backwards
Ellis?
in rhythm with
Hello, Ellis.
You must be Sam. You just got off the phone with Chief DuPont.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Oh man, you're like a minute and a half behind the stream a little bit. It's on her knee. What do you know about... Oh, she's got skin knees. She's trying to cover it up. I'm way behind.
Yes. We were friends.
I hadn't known her for long, only a few weeks.
So much floof. Yeah, both my cats are long-haired. Hilariously, I'm not a cat person. I'm a guinea pig person.
We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show.
This is who she took the dirty pictures for. I'm calling that now.
After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back.
Called it.
Oscar. Yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind. But she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else.
Yeah, guinea pig person but 2 cats. So I've had 2 cats a long time, and they're very old. Kind of hoping they'll move out to the great litter box in the sky sometime in the near future, so we can get a dog. I found out way too late in life that I'm a guinea pig guy. Unfortunately, my guinea pig Georgie, I will never have a buddy as good as he was. Never again. Best buddy in the whole wide world. He passed away this past year, around March. Feel like I got a picture sitting around here somewhere. It is somewhere around here, but I don't see it. Oh well. But yeah. So it was like get more guinea pigs or get a dog. Kind of want a dog, like a little blue heeler or Australian shepherd. We'll have more guinea pigs, but man, we're still nursing some serious heartache from this one. Because that guy was more part of the family than any pet has ever been.
I said some guys like to watch, so tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked.
Wait, because I had the option to ask him if he was hiding in the closet.
She told Oscar to watch from her walk-in wardrobe. When he was at a safe distance, she put on a show. She faked it. She told me she faked it. But you'd know best.
Man, I keep feeling like they're on to me. It's a hard knock life. Yeah, our guinea pig was about at like belly button level in a huge like dining room table size CNC cage, right in the living room. So like he was dead center of the house. Like you couldn't really go anywhere in our house without stopping and talking to him. I spent hours with him a day for like 4.5 years. But we put like pretty much like Mad Max boarding spikes to make sure the cats never got up there. Pickle, the one I just held, Molly's the one that would scare me around him, and when he's been on the floor and stuff, she's kind of looked at him as a toy. So that got stopped real quick and never happened again. Every once in a while, like the cat knows to never do that again. Pickle would try to get into his cage and eat his hay because I don't know why. She's always trying to eat grass to make herself throw up. She's weird. But she would try to get up there and get in there, so we put up things that, yeah. He had a good setup. and he lived a very good life. And if it wasn't for a cyst in his lungs, he'd still be here. I was really hoping for like a full 5 to 8 years. We got 4.5, which was really good. But yeah, there's no way to know that like the thing in his lung was a cyst that was going to burst one day. Not until they did an autopsy. I'm glad we know though, because he was doing pretty rough the last 6 months. It was really stressful. Now we did everything we could.
It was her mom's. She was saving it in case she ever got married.
That makes total sense.
Not very well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show. No. Zach keeps asking, but I just don't want to. Not for him, but Dorota did. She gave me the pictures as a gift. She looked amazing.
Called it.
This is just between us, right? We fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely.
Oh wait, this is the girl from the intermission radio.
It's making her happy.
It just occurred to me who she was. I was not paying attention when they chinchillas. We have seriously considered getting a chinchilla next. I had dwarf hamsters. I had Russian dwarf hamsters. They were named Bourbon and Khan. They were amazing. Interesting story about them. I worked at a homeless shelter in Fargo, North Dakota before we moved out of there. And one of the guests, is what we called them at this shelter, had them in their backpack, and the two girls chewed out. And nobody would... We know who it was, but they wouldn't, like... They're not allowed to be there, you know? And we found them, like, going through, like, the nooks and crannies of the shelter. So I captured them, and nobody would fess up to it being theirs. So I ended up having to keep them. Because they were just... Like, I tried to be like, look, you're not getting in trouble, but they can't be here. And they just kept being like, nope, not ours. And so I ended up with them. Monroe. What? Oh, the radio show? Wow, you are far behind. Yeah, Monroe and the... They are metal. Mental, got it.
Poe and Dorota, people I say hi to. I have thousands of followers and subscribers, and they keep me feeling warm when I'm down, but they're not friends. I do get the odd stalker, but that isn't something anyone wants.
I'm thinking that she killed. I'm thinking she killed.
No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. I was a Hollywood actress, and there were hundreds of magazines and newspapers all piling up on the red carpet, and they all had my picture on the front cover. But
I mean...
the red carpet wasn't carpet. It was a pool of blood, and it seeped through all the pages. Then I woke up.
Yeah, hit it with a good shift
F5.
F5.
Sam?
Flying off the wheel. Man, oh, I missed the wheel. I really do miss the wheel. And we had them for like the maximum length of their lives. Like, they're only supposed to live like 3 years. Like, We didn't know UFO Wheels Life. Yes! We didn't know how old they were when we got them. So, I mean, they definitely maxed out because we had them for 3. They were wonderful. Right before they passed away, we ended up with a Syrian hamster, Syrian fancy hamster, something like that somebody found on their front lawn. He was missing an eye. So we took care of him for the last 3 months of his life. He was old. You could tell he was old. His name was Narble, which is a mix-up of creatures in Serious Sam games. He was a sweet boy. Usually nasty. Hang on one second. Wife's on her way home and stopping by at the grocery store, so I need to, trying to figure out what we're doing for dinner since they were the leave me alone kind. Yeah, man, you know what I miss the most about the dwarfs? Was just picking them both up and going and sitting in a chair and letting them just climb all over. I'd wear big jackets with lots of pockets and they were just so happy. Just so happy. I'd hide nuts and seeds in my pockets. I just had a special jacket for them. Georgie had a special jacket too. I would lay down on the couch and he'd curl into this. I have a picture. My most amazing, totally gonna detour here. Most amazing picture of anything ever is me and this guinea pig. Just hang tight here real quick. Sunflower hunts were the best. Yeah. Alright, hang tight. This hard drive. Georgie. I don't think very few things have ever made me as happy as this particular guinea pig. I mean, Twitch followers and subscribers, donators and viewers and friends and streaming friends, they make me very happy. Honestly, you guys, I love you guys, have pretty much saved 2020 for me because it started out like the shittiest year that I could even imagine. Oh, where is this picture? Oh, here we go. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This is my favorite picture of anything ever. He was my buddy. Here's another really good one. So here's the picture of him that made us adopt him. I saw this picture, and we went straight. We went straight to the fucking Humane Society to adopt this pig. He just looked so scared and little and he needed to come home with us. And we made it happen. We gave him the best life that he could have. We had all kinds of fun times. I know, those eyes, like Sarah McLachlan, you hear her over top of that picture, right? Here's a really good picture of me and him hanging out outside in the hammock by our trellis. It was really cool, because the thing about guinea pigs is they sleep with their eyes open unless they feel so safe that they feel like they can close their eyes. He is very social. Okay, so, alright, we're going to talk about guinea pigs. I'm pretty much done with this game for today because my wife's going to be home in the near future, so we'll just chat. We'll just chat for a bit. So, we worked hard to invite him into our herd of me and my wife. Yeah, so we did, you know, like I nibbled on his ears and, you know, stuff that other guinea pigs do when they're young. Like not super like hardcore or anything, but I would, you know, when things were just whatever, I would sit there and kind of do what they do, how they clean, you know, which is this. And I do that, and I do that near the cage, and he'd get used to it. And then when there was a loud noise and he got scared, I would start doing it, and he would come right back out. You know, we did a bunch of reading into their behavioral stuff. Like, I worked hard to earn that pig's trust and become his safe spot. Which was amazing to see at the vet when he was like, I don't want to be here. Like, that pig would pretty much come running over to me. You know, and demand to be sheltered. It was an incredible thing. We did really work hard for that. It was a lot of, like, you know, interpretive, you know, whatever that got us to do what we did. Or got me specifically to do what I did. But I was absolutely committed. You'll be getting those pet hoodies with Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, this was pretty much, like, I'd spend about an hour to 2 hours a day, like, sitting on his hay bucket. This is his enclosure. And I just pretty much hang out with him. Yeah, the friendship me and that pig had was kind of fucking special. One more, and then I'm done. Are they hard to care for? Yes. And they can be, they can have a lot of health problems, and they can be very expensive. You would have to have a specialty vet. I mean, they are a commitment, and they are something you need a savings account for. They are not the first pets that seems to be the common belief. They are not first pets. They are not good first pets. And, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, they'll live 3 years like hamsters. Like, no, they can live up to 8 years. 5 to 8 years is a good, healthy life. But they can have a lot of health problems that takes that away. But, yeah. Yes, absolutely. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that other pets weren't, were just easy to take care of. That's definitely not the case. Here's another great picture, and then I'm done showing pictures. He had just totally eaten, like, the juiciest carrot he'd ever seen. His chin was all covered in yellow. Or orange, I mean. And she'll do the same, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I want a dog. I mean, I want a guinea pig. The thing is, when you have a guinea pig, you can't leave them. You can't just not be around. They have to get fresh vegetables every day. And you have to make sure they have water. And if they don't have hay, like, their gut just stops working. I mean, anything that can go wrong with a guinea pig can happen within 24 hours. Like, they can go from healthy to dead in 24 hours if you're not, not paying attention. So, like, traveling the world, before COVID, it couldn't be done. At least not me and my wife at the same time. I mean, you can go to work. I didn't. I had actually, when we got him, I was taking a break from working in mental health with homeless. And then I just found ways to, support without actually getting a job again. So, when we got him, I literally spent every single day with him for 4.5 years, with the exception of one trip to my parents in Virginia for Christmas and one trip to see a friend in Colorado for about, 4 days to a week. And, like, I mean it. He was my buddy. And I'm hoping that, like, if we get a dog, I can have that, something close to that level of, camaraderie. But I don't want to rush into having guinea pigs again, because once COVID's done, I want to go to Europe. I want to go explore the world that I've not gotten to do in my 36 years. So, but there is an older me that will have more guinea pigs, and I won't make the mistake of getting one again. That was the other thing, is they really do they have to have socialism. They have to have a herd. Carrot blood, right? They convinced us at the Humane Society that they were splitting up these 3 brothers because there was cage drama, and we hadn't done the research until we got them home, and then we read and we committed. I mean, we were you're UK based also? Yeah, so it's not you guys. It's, I can't remember what country. In that neighborhood, in Europe though, there's places where it's illegal to only have one. It's against the fucking law. I'm not sure exactly how they enforce that, but it's a real thing. But that's why I decided to stay home and committed to taking care of the guy and being part of his herd and spending hours a day socializing with him. Because, sometimes they don't take cage mates, and then you end up with 2 solo guinea pigs and more room. You know what I mean? But no, we committed hard to that pig. The only thing that I would change if I could go back in time was to get his brother Chocolate. So that he had a cage buddy. But I don't regret, being the other part of his herd the whole time. Because it was very, very rewarding and fulfilling for me. But yeah. Yeah, chipmunks. Chipmunks are so fucking cute. They really are. In Virginia, on the East Coast, I'm on the West Coast now in Washington. But in Virginia on the East Coast, we have flying squirrels that are like, chipmunks with wingsuits. They are so cool. Or they're not sugar gliders. Sugar gliders are a different thing. But yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call on the stream. It's 5 o'clock. I've been sitting here for 3 hours. So that's my schedule. You see down there, it is up to date as of this morning. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time, we're gonna be doing Blood Lily: A Journey Below Tristram, which is gonna be day 5 of our quest through Diablo. That doesn't stop there. That does not stop there. Yeah, wow, okay. So they went full praying mantis, did they? Mama Misery. We have a lot more going on than just a Diablo playthrough. One of my community members is writing it into a short story, which my wife is narrating, and that video file becomes the recap for each beginning of each stream for Diablo, which is being turned into a movie, a narrated, video game capture movie, sometime 2021, because it's a lot of work. But also every day I do a 1 hour stream where I play an unplayed game in my library, which is massive, and I'll never get through it all ever. For about an hour, or 3 like we did today. And yeah, that's my schedule. So I hope to see you guys again. I love you guys to death. Let's find somebody to raid, because we need to go hang out with someone. Oh. Hi game. Okay, Alt F4. Bye. Great. Who is online right now? Follows the raid. Nice stream, Havok. Nice stream, Havok. Hey, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here, everybody. And he keeps adding games, the madman. I love video games. I'm not good at them, but I am extremely enthusiastic, and I love video games so much. Oh, the other cool thing, for those of you that are just joining, the Diablo stream is actually on vintage hardware. We'll be using a Windows 98 computer. With a mouse ball, or ball mouse. Live follows. Who's on? Have a good evening. Thank you. Yeah. Ooh, Lady Game Guy is playing Diablo 2. That's where I want to be. Let's do that. I know we've rated her a lot, but she's a new streamer. So give her a follow. She's really fucking cool. Really cool. We're just gonna spoil her with raids. My general rule is, unless the person's playing something that I really want to see, we'll raid the person with the fewest viewers. Which is the case today. Also, it's Diablo 2, and I want to see that. We'll raid somebody different tomorrow. Game buyer yourself? Yeah. No, I realized that the 2,000 games in just my Steam library, and not even counting my collection or other stores, it'll take 10 years, 5 days a week, to play each game for 1 hour. So, I'm committed to Twitch. You guys are coming with me. Alright, here comes the raid. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Eat good food. The 200 games. Yeah, it's rough. Alright.